Everybody, today we are going over Diamond Karl Malone, and let me tell you something, this is the direct result of peer pressure. I had no interest in this card. Like, he's so low on my concerns for power forward, I wasn't even going to look at him, to be honest with you. But so many people are talking about how much they like this card. So many people are interested in this card, think it performs really well for them. I had to get a look at it, had to go into a deep dive and see if this card really has the juice. Now, the card that I really would compare him to is my man Kenyon Martin right here. They're roughly the same size, and I'm gonna replace Kenyon so we can compare them directly. Actually, we can do this from the auction house. Let's do that real quick. So I want to look at him next to Kenyon Martin because I love the Kenyon Martin card. He has just excellent dunk packages, great athleticism across the board. And if the Karl Malone, for you guys to be talking so much about the Karl Malone, makes me wonder if he's really that good. So let's first just take a look at them head to head. We're gonna go to the diamond version. All right. And wait a minute. Stupid Karl, already making me mad. Karl is a center for some reason. Did he ever play center? I don't remember him ever playing center, like literally not even for a minute. But I'm sure he had to at some point. Let's see, we'll do that. And now we will do this. Okay. So they're both the same height. All right, they're not the same weight, but funny story. The day that I actually started liking Kenyon Martin, they got into a fight with the Utah Jazz, and Kenyon Martin grabbed Karl Malone by the back of his neck and threw him about 3 rows into the crowd. And I was like, that fool has that, let's call it country strength. We'll stick with that term. All right, so post fade, Karl Malone wins out. Post hook, they're very close. Karl Malone does win out. Post move, Karl wins out. Close shot. Again, they're identical basically. Mid-range is in Karl's favor, and the three-point is virtually identical. Now, I can tell you, I personally love Kenyon Martin's release. One of my favorite things about Kenyon Martin is that in Triple Threat Online, people just leave him open for some reason, and he has basically won games for me, just hitting 3 after 3. Free throws in Kenyon's favor. Standing dunk is in Kenyon's favor, but Karl has a very good standing dunk at 85. And at driving dunk, again, Kenyon's favor, but Karl has a very good driving dunk at 85. So the dunk package is going to matter. Now, the ball handle is heavily in Karl's favor. So that's something worth notable. Now, obviously, we all know that Kenyon Martin goes to pink diamond, but we're going to compare them at this level. The block is in Karl's favor. Perimeter defense, almost identical. Interior defense, heavily in Karl's favor. I think it goes up for Kenyon. The rebounding is almost identical, just a couple of points for Karl. I don't think that'll register at all. The athleticism, speed slightly in Karl's favor, which is interesting because Kenyon does feel really fast already. He doesn't feel like a slow card to me. Speed with ball slightly in Karl's favor, and with that good ball handle, that's going to be interesting. We're going to take a deep dive on that. Lateral quickness is in Karl's favor. All right, so Karl, I mean, he looks like a very versatile power forward. And we are looking at him at power forward. There's no reason to play him at center. There are too many good centers in the game. All right, so we're going to get into the freestyle and look at his animations and see why everybody likes him so much. And if, against everything I believe in, I'm going to recommend to you guys a Karl Malone card on a budget. Now, I pulled this guy from a pack. I don't know what he's going for in the market, but I know he was very cheap at one point. He was down to 8K. At the end of the video, we'll duck in and see what he's going for right now. Matt Skizzy, what's up, man? You said it's the jumper? Yeah, we're going to see, man. We're going to see right now. We're going to get deep into this Karl. Ugh, that sounded terrible. Whatever. Karl ruining my Saturday night. All right, Karl. Hot zones are good for what this card does because he has all of the post hot zones and the corner hot zones. And since he's not a range extender card, these aren't as relevant as it would be for other cards. So let's look at that jumper. I see why people like the jumper already because there's almost no way to get it wrong. It's like jump shot for. And I'm not insulting the people who like this. We all want this. It's like jump shot for dummies because once you see the release spot, it's very easy. I actually felt like James Worthy's was like this. I know some people have trouble with Worthy's shot, and this is also really, really quick. So this is almost like the DeAndre Ayton factor. Ayton's jumper is so money that it makes the card better because you can just super rely on the card, right? Like you don't even have to master the card, day one, this card is cashing out for you. And any card that has a jumper this good, I tend to recommend, to be honest with you. Like, unless something else is really wrong with the card, I tend to recommend it. Alright, so let's look at the badges before we go further. I didn't look at the badges versus Kenyan. I know they're very similar from the badge standpoint as well. Neither of them has range extender. They both have clamps. So it kind of is what it is. Alright, so let's see. Hall of Fame defensive leader, which is excellent. Post lockdown, which is excellent. In particular, if somebody's running Anthony Davis, who I believe is the best center in the game, what's up, B. Wilson? Greg? This will help you tremendously on the defensive end in the post if they're trying to run their post through Anthony Davis. I don't think that's the point of having Anthony Davis, but it is worth noting that that's really valuable, and also that's really, really valuable in triple threat. This guy's probably a triple threat online monster because he's fast, he's good defensively, he's going to hit the three every time you pass it out to him, and he's got pretty good dunk stats. Not elite dunk stats, but pretty good dunk stats. He's got Hall of Fame rim protector. These are three excellent badges for a forward to have. Box, brick wall, another one, gold brick wall, very, very good. Chase down is actually very good for him because with his athleticism, that's when the chase down kicks in. Chase down is basically better than having a block rating when it comes to chasing people down. Like if somebody's going past you and they're trying to do a layup or a dunk, this is better than a high block rating because this activates the animations. Clamps and Intimidator on gold, which is ideal, and Moving Truck and Rebound Chaser on gold. So that's a beautiful badge set. He's got Dream Shake, which is great against when people are off-balling you. Post Spin, same thing, great when people are off-balling you. And Break Starter, great for grabbing those rebounds and tossing them up court. Can't complain about that. Hall of Fame catch and shoot, which is fantastic for Karl because his ratings aren't in the 90s, right? So when your ratings are in the 80s, this is... I see you, Matt Skizzy. Why don't you behave, man? Why don't you relax? I'm not going to read what he said out loud, but you guys can look at the chat archives if you're catching this video later. Pick and popper, which is also really, really good for the pick and fades. He's got deep phase difficult shots, and of course we can see obviously he has quick draw. Green Machine is excellent badge. And what does he have for finishing? Back down, contact, drop stepper, pick and roller. Pick and roller is a badge that the Park and Rec community dismissed at the beginning of the year, but I think for the MyTeam crew it might be a more important badge. Relentless, consistent, what is his and he's got Contact Hall of Fame, which is the big one. Does he have Slithery? No Slithery to be found. Okay, but excellent badge setup. Alright, so because he does have a little bit of ball handle, we are going to look at his ball handles. With bigs, their ball handle is still important, particularly when you're running up court. They have any good dribbles that you can use to maintain an advantage. It can help you in a pinch, especially when people are like out of position. So what I'm seeing with Karl, he has a very good big man behind the back. Very good big man behind the back. This right here, that's good. You see his momentum doesn't stop. I've seen guards with a worse behind the back than that, so that's key. Let's look at his, does he have a hezzy? He does have a hezzy. So he has a nice hezzy. Let's see what his hezzy behind the back looks like. Oh, yeah, so he doesn't have a hezzy behind the back. Give me 1 second, I apologize. My cat is losing her mind. Alright, so sorry. That's why we do live stream, so we can be interrupted by the wildlife. Alright, so let's see his cross. Very slow cross, but it's worth noting that he has his hezzy gives him a nice explosion. So again, he can be a little bit of a cheese ball. And his left stick, and guys, I emphasize this dribble all the time. When you do a hesitation, you have access to the left stick crossover. Keep holding turbo, left stick crossover. Very good with Karl. So again, he's obviously not a dribble god, he's not a guard, and he's not a playmaking wing. But these are dribbles that in a pinch, off a rebound, out of position, you want to know if your big can keep running the floor and get those, those cheesy animations when people are scrambling. It's not completely worthless to have this stuff. And he has a nice set. He has a nice set of animations. All right. Now he's a little short, so I wouldn't use him in the post much aside from a mismatch, but you guys might, so we're going to look at his post animations anyway. He's got a very short post turn. It doesn't create a lot of space. Kind of a slow post fade as well. Solid post hook animation. Yeah, he's not really a post hook guy. Let's look at his post explosion. That's where he's going to make his money. That's where he's going to make his money. This is a classic post spin character. He's going to go backward. Look at the speed on that. That's how you use Karl Malone, guys. He's 90% of the time he's catching and shooting, and he's cutting to the basket, setting screens, popping and rolling. But when you get people in the post and you got those mismatches, this right here is super fast. This is up there with as fast as I've seen it on any character. Like this is really abnormally fast post launch in both directions, which is important to know. Let's see if he can. He's a little bit of cheese ballness because of his high ball handle. So yeah, as much as I hate to say it, this is a really good card. It's a really good budget card. Like honestly, he's probably just range extender away from being truly second tier. I can't put him second tier because Giannis is dominating the power forward position, and behind Giannis you've got like Larry Bird, Antoine Walker. This guy's so he's still third tier no matter what, but he is in the same tier as Kenyon Martin, and I would say he's probably going to give you similar production to a Kenyon Martin. You might like him better or worse depending on which style you like, but the main thing with this card is the high ball handle for the position that he plays. Obviously, keep things in context. He's got an extraordinarily fast post launch. He's got an in both directions. He's got, and that's his post spin, which is really tight. See that how tight his post spin is. So this is the post launch with just the like letting go of turbo, and this is the one with using the right stick. And you see he does it really quickly. He gets into and out of this really, really fast. So between the fact that he has one of the best jump shot releases in the game, he's like way more athletic than he's supposed to be. Excellent behind the back for this kind of character. I would have to say this is a really good card. It's a really good card. It might, burn a hole in my soul to use Karl Malone, and I don't have any reason to. But you know what? There is actually a reason, because I'm leveling up Kenyon Martin, and Kenyon Martin at Pink Diamond sells for 100K ish, and I could get nearly as much production out of Karl Malone, to be honest with you. He's going to spread the floor, he's going to rebound, he's going to defend, and in triple threat, he's even going to make plays if I wanted to use this card. So there you go. That just about wraps it for the Karl Malone thing. Let's look at his post hop before we go. That's not your post hop. Come on, Karl, work with me. There we go. His post hop's really short. He doesn't create a lot of space out of the post. Yeah, he doesn't create a lot of space out of the post. I wouldn't use him as a post-up character personally, unless you were post-launching. And of course, if you're new to the channel, I always emphasize this move right here, the post step back, right? So the thing about the post step back is you got post step back branching into a launch, you got post step back branching into a cross, and you got post step back right into the jumper. And with his excellent super fast jumper, that's actually a really good move. So this guy essentially has 8 moves out of the post up. He's got launch with the right trigger. He's got launch with the spin. He's got the hop back into the shot. He's got hop back into the cross. And he's got hop back into the same side launch. And between those things and the speed that he's doing it at, this Karl Malone card's pretty good. Man, that really pisses me off. I saw he had no range extender. I wanted to bury this card and, just let my biases take over. But 2K betrayed me, made him a good card for super cheap. And as a content creator, I have no choice but to recommend this stupid man for your lineups if you're looking to start on a budget. And let me know if you guys would be interested in a series. One of my boys, big supporter of the channel, just kind of restarted his MyTeam, and I think he had less than 10K. If you guys, what do you guys think of me doing a video of, you know, if you were just starting MyTeam today on a 10K budget, what should you do? If you guys are interested in that, let me know. I'll put that video out because it was kind of interesting to go over all the stuff that maybe he should go through. But yeah, this Karl Malone is a good card. Dang it, he's good. Let's look at his dunk packages before we go. Let's do the right thing. We're gonna look at his dunk packages and his layup packages because he's not trash. His Euro step is trash, though. Don't do that. Maybe if somebody's on you and you're trying to, you know, avoid the block. That was his cradle. He didn't really do a cradle. Yeah, he doesn't really do a cradle, but he gets a nice speed boost animation off of his so-called cradle. Yeah, that's his regular dunk. He's got a good layup package because it's like Brandon Ingram. It just pushes him forward, which is what you want. Yeah, he's got a good layup package. And let's look at his dunk package. Same ball hand, same side, really good, safe, keeps the ball out of the way. We're gonna go ball hand opposite side now. Good gather when switching. Really good gather when switching. We're gonna go fancy. Now there's a cockback on that, so you know if people are in front of you, that's when you want to do that. Yeah, so when people are in front of you, you can fancy. You might get posterizers out of that. Let's see. This is forward on the stick. So if people are behind you, you probably want to go left side or right side, because he's got a little bit of a back scratcher thing going on. That was a good one. That was a forward dunk. He gave kind of a fancy. That was weird. So he's got good, safe dunk packages. Nothing like out of this world, but definitely nothing bad either. Nice baseline reverses. This stupid card is good. Am I going to make a thumbnail for Karl Malone? That just turns my stomach. Alright guys, I went and lift bales of hay. Yeah man, he's strong from lifting cows all night. Alright, well I hope this video was informative for you guys. This is a testament to how much I like just this community, because I went ahead and reviewed Karl Malone. As you can see, final review, he's a green machine. Post spins both directions out of the post are excellent. Good speed for the character. His behind the back dribble in the full court is really good. You don't want to do too many of his dribbles because that's not the style of the card, but his behind the back is a dribble you can get to. All the rest of his dribbles are pretty bad, but his behind the back is actually really good for a big man, and that combined with his dunk packages should give you some surprising playmaking opportunities, especially off of these launches. So yeah, Karl Malone's a good card, serviceable. He's not at the top, but the power forward position is very strong because of Giannis and Anthony Davis and Larry Bird and Antoine Walker and Lamar Odom. He's what I would consider a third tier, but it's a good tier, right? It's not like I'd consider Kenyon Martin in that tier, and I love the Kenyon Martin card. So yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to close this video out. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, everybody, for watching and subscribing. Please hit the like button. Very much appreciate you guys. See you soon.